this has been going on for a long time. T.I.'s been publicly in the situation with his son for a while. So I don't think that necessarily the brute force was the initial tactic.
True.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I'm trying to be, again, open, have conversations as dialogue as men, and that don't work, then we gotta.
So rapper T.I. and his son King are at odds again. Not too long ago, T.I. almost jumped on his son's behind for disrespecting him in public, and now King Harris is slamming his father for not accepting his much older baby mama and not being a fan of the fact that he has a baby on the way. Yep, you heard that right. King Harris has a baby on the way, and child, getting pregnant by King Harris is definitely an interesting choice, especially with them scary teeth. T.I. is not convinced that King Harris is prepared or mature enough to be a father, and the responsibility of their new grandchild will likely fall on T.I. and Tiny. If you've ever watched T.I. and Tiny on their reality show, or watched King Harris and T.I. together, then you know that these two really can't stand each other. And King having his baby right now, considering the fact that his parents are convinced that he's nowhere near ready, is definitely not going to make him T.I.'s favorite son anytime soon. T.I. avoided speaking on the matter for a long time because of how strained his relationship is with his son. But you know, T.I.'s temper can get hot, and if something isn't sitting well in his spirit, T.I. is gonna make it abundantly clear, expeditiously. So when he did speak out about it, he made it very clear that King isn't equipped to take on the role of father just yet. And T.I. and Tiny are less than thrilled about the possibility of having to be more hands-on than they really want to for their new grandbaby. Certainly bringing a child into this world is always a blessing and a reason to celebrate. But to be honest, according to these internet streets, the majority of y'all side with T.I. on this one. Because why is this boy who just turned 20 years old already preparing to be a father? Ever since he decided that he wanted to be a rapper, King has been trying to embody this fake gangster upbringing and lifestyle. King is trying to give his career some credibility, but everything he's done just comes across as immature, childish, and phony. We know T.I. grew up in Bankhead and he was really about that street life. However, King is nothing like his father. We watched this boy grow up right before our eyes, living in a gated community in a two-parent household with a silver spoon hanging out of his mouth. And his parents made sure that he and his siblings had a good childhood. But King Harris is just about self-destructing, trying to impress others and convince us that he belongs out here on these streets, when in fact, his father's fame and resources are the reason that he has the career and platform that he has. It got so bad at one point that King got into it with his father when T.I. tried to check him and tell King that he wasn't raised poor or like a gangster, and he even mentioned that he stuck on a pacifier until he was 12 years old.
King, have you ever woke up with a roach on your face?
Period. No, that's not the goal.
All right, then. So there go.
Or in your ear.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I got some in the neighborhood with me that broke up with roach in your ear. Y'all want to go to the bando in my neighborhood? Do y'all want to go to the bando? Do y'all want to go to the bando? To make him look better, he said he know not true. Silver spoon, I ain't never ate with that day a day in my life.
Nigga, you did have a silver spoon.
Look, Tip used to have to come to my grandma's house because I'm getting in the fight.
You cried like a baby to go to your grandma's house.
Every day.
You used to hold your breath
Every
and
day.
throw tantrums to go over there.
I don't want to be in these gates. I want to be outside. That's why I want to be over there. But they don't understand that.
No, I'm going to tell you the reason why he want to be over there. Y'all ready?
What was the reason?
Because he can suck and pacify over there till he was 12 years old. He was sucking pacify till he was 12 years old. He couldn't do that in the house.
He cried like a baby. Hold his breath.
Yeah.
They trying to say I was over there trying to suck a passy, but they ain't going to tell you everything like that. They trying to hide it.
Ain't nobody hiding
Sugarcoat it. He capping. He capping.
Hey,
He know I stand on business. He know that.
Sir.
Can't no nigga ever pull my car ever in life. I stand on business. You drop me somewhere, I stand on business. You drop me in your hood, I stand on
I don't
business.
feel like you stand on business.
Yeah. I've been stood on business. I've been stood on business. You want to hide it for the world, I'm going to put it out there for them to see.
Hey, man,
I want to put up nowhere. You ain't had me put up nowhere. Like, you ain't had me behind a mansion. I was outside doing what I wanted to do.
You was behind that till you cried.
No, ain't got too much to drink. Done drunk too much. Drunk too much. Let's go. Get mad because we say the South ain't the suburbs. Then he want to talk about some other like this being sick. This being sick. No, I'm being real. You lying. You lying. You over here flagging. You're capping. You 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 capping. I know. I know you. You capping. I know you. I know you. I know you.
Shut up. Shut up.
I know you.
Ain't no mystery, man.
I know you though. I know you though.
Shut up.
I know you though. I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. You know I stand on business. Why you even letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? No, ain't no joking. Ain't no joking. What do you mean?
You are embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself.
Man, what is you talking about? Get off me, man, get off me,
Well, you can't do nothing with me. Ain't shit you can do with me.
But honestly, why are we even expecting a rich, spoiled kid named King to be humble or respectful about anything? Let's be real. After the messy fight with his father, King refused to let it go and went straight to Instagram and started slamming T.I, saying, quote, "I stand on business. I don't give a F who you are," end quote. And he continued, quote, "I don't care who you are, MF, can't play with me in my face. Not going for that. I'm a grown man now," end quote. The way this child, yes, this 20-year-old man-child acts is just so embarrassing. He acts like his grandma, Tiny's mom, lives in a trap house or some raggedy neighborhood in the ghetto, when in fact she's well off too, and made sure that King still got to experience a sense of normalcy in the midst of being the heir to his parents' throne. King has no idea what it's like living in the streets, and he should be grateful. It ain't like that's a life to live. It seems like King isn't going to get a clue until something drastic happens to change his mind, God forbid. But T.I tried to show his son some tough love when he acted out as a teenager. After King landed himself in prison 2 years ago, T.I had washed his hands from his son's foolishness and is going to let life teach him exactly what he needs to learn.
Stop hitting me and getting in my comments, telling me what to tell King, okay? I know my son. Think I ain't spoke to my son? Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmamas, his ass going to prison. If you got to keep this shit up, his ass going to prison. Ain't no way around it. Ain't nothing I'm gonna be able to do about it. Can't nobody stop it but him. You know what I mean? I've already had that conversation. I've already made my peace with it. Because I know that energy. I was that energy. I know exactly how it's gonna turn out. You can.
May I take a selfie with you?
No, go ahead.
Please,
I'm in the middle of something. I'm in the middle of something, but go ahead. This is more important. Go ahead, come on.
Thank you.
Be sure to like, comment, and
All right, take it.
subscribe.
Yeah. So I done already had that conversation with him, man. King's a good kid, chasing after the wrong. And you know, I trust in God to deal with it the way that he see fit. You know what I mean? It ain't really shit else out. You know, he done got all the whoopings, he done got the punishment, he done did it, he done, you know, did everything as a child you could do to him. So now he gonna have to go through it. He gonna have to go through it and get through it. And ain't nothing me, his mama, or nobody else gonna be able to say about it, man. But I'ma love him all the way through whatever it is he going through. You know what I mean? And shit, man, he gonna learn his lessons. Life gonna, you know what I mean? Life is gonna teach him all the lessons that he need to know. And that's the most that we can do. That's the best we can ask for. You know what I mean? I know who he is at his core. You know what I'm saying? This shit that he trying to, you know, he trying to convince himself of things, as we all do as young men and even young women growing up, try to convince ourselves that we are certain things. And in that journey, we find out exactly who the fuck we really is, you know what I'm saying? And it happens when we least expect it, and our lessons come from where we didn't know they were coming from. And it just ain't shit else to do.
While T.I is out here waiting for King to learn some hard truths and finally grow up, King hit Uno reverse and told his dad that there was gonna be a baby on the way. Would have loved to be a fly on the wall when he delivered that news to his daddy. King's alleged baby mama is out here living her best life, and she look real cute now that she's secured that bag, at least for the next 18 years. And no one really knows who this girl, rather grown woman is, and no one knows her actual age either, or has a clue about what she does for a living. However, what we do know is on her IG, she goes by the name of Big Nana, and child, it's safe to say that from the looks of things, all she wanted to do was secure that bag, and she really could care less what y'all have been saying in her comments either. Quote, she hit a payday. Get your money, girl, end quote. And another, quote, okay, she was standing on business with King on this one, end quote. And T.I. is not here for it.
He just became a father, so I got 2 grandchildren now.
Wow, congrats.
Yeah, I got 2 granddaughters. I got a grandson on the way.
Wow.
King's about to have a son.
King's about to have a son. Congrats.
Yeah. And I told him I'm gonna make this the greatest gangster of all times. I will raise this child to torture you the way that you tortured me. I promise you, there will be an indictment in this young one.
T.I. has come to accept the fact that there's little to nothing he can do at this point, and he's just gonna have to be as involved in this child's life as possible. But when King got word of the interview, he had a full-on meltdown and confronted T.I. about not being as positive about this situation with his baby mama as he would have wanted him to. But T.I. isn't going to pretend to be something that he's not, and why should he? When King is out here having a baby that he's in no position to raise adequately. People have been sharing their thoughts, and no one thinks that this is a good idea. Quote, King Harris got someone pregnant? Last time I remember him, he couldn't spell tomorrow, end quote. And another, quote, baby, I'd rather be impregnated by that face hugger from Alien than to see that boy above me hooing and hawing, Lord, end quote. And another, quote, I don't know if I'm more worried about his parenting or which of his genetics he'd be passing down, end quote. And there are even people out here dragging T.I. This person said, quote, how do you spoil a child all his life, don't discipline him, then criticize, chastise, and publicly shame him for the spoiled monster you created, end quote. Raising and rearing a child well is no easy feat and incredibly costly. Shoot, the bills start piling up from the moment of conception. But having a child might be just what King needs to calm and slow him down so he could finally become the mature man his father hopes and wishes that he can be. But do you guys think that King Harris is ready to be a father? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.